What an exciting time it is in Florida State athletics. School's in session, football season is upon us, and so much more. The preseason hype is no doubt in full swing for the Fresno State football team.
Duke was ranked number 4 in the nation at the time, and Florida State went in and beat them 71-69. It was the first time Florida State found a win against a ranked team since 1993. I talked to Brooke Wyckoff earlier this morning, and she told me that game was instrumental in setting up the foundation for today's success. Guys,
Florida State's women's golf welcomed 2 top-ranked players who came all the way from Sweden this year. All eyes will be on Frida Schinhol and Beatrice Wallen this upcoming season. Hello everyone, I'm Lauren Swertfager, and joining me today is CJ Walker, sophomore guard from Florida State men's basketball. CJ, thank you for joining us.
Still another half left to play. What's the conversation in the locker room right now?
Florida State football team is back in Tallahassee, seeking redemption against one of the most dynamic players in college football.
Heading into tonight, you led your team in scoring for 4 of the last 5 games. Tonight, you did it again, 17 points on the board. How are you able to do that?
Easy to see what Fresno State QB Marcus McMarion can do on the football field, but his talents don't end there.
The SPCA will remain open 24/7 until evacuation orders have been lifted. Hosting Louisville on Thursday, what kind of confidence does this win give you moving forward?
And all the way across the pond to Germany, these girls would spend many hours crafting skills that would ultimately lead them here to Florida State. Mendoza's heroics at the plate only continued on from there, as he helped guide the Seminoles all the way to Omaha. But it's not just his physical talent that makes a presence on this team. He has emerged as a young leader as well. The Disney Care packages are filled with over more than 100 items, including books, toys, and movies. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Swertfager, and we'll see you next time on Seminole Sports Magazine. Burt Reynolds, more commonly known as Buddy by those who were close to him, is one of the greatest names in Seminole history. For more on his impact at his beloved Florida State University, here's the story.
Would you welcome Burt Reynolds? Hey, hey!
His name is known throughout the world. His charm, some of the best there ever was. His legacy, forever remembered by those at Florida State. Burt Reynolds was as genuine as they come. Born in Lansing, Michigan, and raised in West Palm Beach, Florida, Reynolds was recruited throughout the state to play football. But after a visit to FSU, there was no doubt he was going to be a Seminole.
He wasn't just a guy on the football team. He had the potential to be a star running back and played a lot as a freshman for those days. And then he got hurt.
Despite his injury, Reynolds continued to love everything about Florida State. He became best friends with fellow Seminole greats such as Lee Corso and Vic Princey, who happened to be his college roommates.
Burt was that kind of guy. He made friends for life, and if you were a friend of Burt Reynolds, he never forgot you.
With a future in football no longer possible, Reynolds took his $1 million smile up north.
He left the football practice field, got his clothes out of his locker, left campus, went to New York. Became a stuntman, then went to California because there was more work for stuntmen in California. And that's when he took acting lessons, became an actor, got a few bit roles, and became a megastar.
Reynolds would go on to win several Golden Globes and an Emmy, along with numerous other nominations.
Burt Reynolds, for 5 consecutive years, was the #1 box office attraction in the world, not just in the U.S., in the world.
The more famous he got, the busier he became, but Reynolds always kept the Seminoles close.
Burt means a lot to Florida State. I mean, he was the biggest actor in the world at one point, and you know, Burt would do nothing but promote and talk about Florida State University.
His heart was here, and I contribute a lot of that to Coach Bowden, making him feel so welcome and loved when he was here.
Bowden and Reynolds' bond grew even stronger through their mutual passion for football and their love for FSU.
All my favorite moments with Burt was when he would come by my office and he and I would trade stories, trade jokes, and just laugh and cut up. I mean, he was a perfect fit for me. He's about as close to a brother as I've ever had.
Bobby Bowden would stop practice, bring his team together, and have Burt tell them a story or two about football. And I wasn't privy to what he said. I wasn't in that huddle with the players, but it was always an event when Burt Reynolds was in town.
You know what? If you saw Burt Reynolds in a movie, that was Burt Reynolds. I mean, he acted himself. I mean, he acted like he always acts.
Reynolds even included Coach Bowden in his award-winning early 90s TV show, Evening Shade.
You hadn't changed a bit, buddy. Just as hard as ever. Hard as a rock.
You're not saying that football is not important.
I'm saying that football ain't nothing but a game. Coach, don't you tell my alumni.
Reynolds took FSU to the next level when he helped design and fund some of the best uniforms in college football history.
Burt Reynolds took a Hollywood designer and designed the new uniforms that last year were voted the best by Sporting News. He sent them, he made them and sent them and said, wear them if you like them. They have since then.
He helped us buy a dorm. We had Burt Reynolds Hall that I don't know how much money he put into it. It was a whole lot of it. And our boys, when I was coaching, that's where our boys lived, you know. And then, of course, he, like he say, brought us new uniforms a couple of times, and he was always doing something for you.
Reynolds' generosity to the school was more than appreciated, but it is the memories he made with those that were close to him that will never be forgotten.
Burt was always a fun guy to be around because he always laughed. I mean, you know, I don't think anybody on this planet enjoyed life more than Burt Reynolds.
I think Burt will be remembered for his great personality, that smile and that laugh that he had. He had a laugh that would make you laugh, you know.
The story of Florida State wouldn't be the same without its champion, Burt Reynolds.
Florida State loved him as much as he loved Florida State, and he did. I don't know that he appreciated how much he did for Florida State.
I'm Lauren Swertfager for Seminole Sports Magazine.
There truly is no better smile than that. Thank you, buddy, for the years of great memories. You'll be missed by the entire Seminole family. The preseason hype is no doubt in full swing for the Fresno State football team, and they will not stop until last season's results have been surpassed. Coming off a 10-win season and a spot in the Mountain West title game, opponents are on notice.
The difference between years was like night and day as far as when we played them last year and like 2 years ago.
Entering year 2 of the Tedford era, the Bulldogs are picked to win their division, something Coach already talked about to his players before heading to Vegas.
Been through a lot of preseason polls about where we stand and all that kind of stuff. But it would be naive to think that you don't have to address it and talk about it. You know, you can't tell the kids, hey, just don't pay attention to it, because that's impossible this day and age.
It's fun. I love it. I mean, that's why we play football. I mean, for this kind of pressure, and you want this kind of hype going into games, you want every game to feel like it should be a championship caliber game.
The goal is clear. Make it back to the Mountain West title game, this time with the trophy in hand.
I think our kids do have a chip on their shoulder about unfinished business. Just having a taste and dangling the carrot in front of our face made us hungrier.
That's the one thing I was a little worried about coming off a 10-win season, that guys are going to think we've arrived and we don't have to work hard anymore because we won 10 games last year and we're going to win 10 games this year, but that's not the case at all. I mean, we're crushing our workouts and staying in after, or we work out in the morning and I come back to work out at 7 at night and half the team is there working out too. So, I mean, it's definitely a good feeling to see.
Last year was just a taste of what's to come.
They saw what happened last year and I know they want more from us and we're going to give them more.
Fresno State will open up their season at home against Idaho on September 1st. Followed by 2 big non-conference matchups at Minnesota and UCLA. From the studio, Lauren Swertfager, ABC 30 Action News.